Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skills. Let's get it started. Today, it is on November 9th, 2023. It's on Thursday and sunny outside. How are you spending Thursday? Do you like Thursday? When I was a university student, I used to schedule Thursday with few classes, which worked well. The reason why I scheduled Thursday with few classes stemmed from the schedule set up for the students of first year student. And in the setup schedule in a week of the week, Thursday was easy, and a few classes were set up for Thursday, and it worked well in a week. So after entering the second year of the university, where I could choose which classes I could take, I scheduled a Thursday with few classes. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? It is said everything will be fine. It is said everything will be fine. It is said everything will be fine. They say everything will be fine. They say everything will be fine. Everything will not go as we expect. Everything will not go as we expect. Everything will not go as we anticipate. Everything is not necessarily going as we expect. Everything does not necessarily go as we expect. Everything does not necessarily go as we expect. Everything does not necessarily proceed as we expect. Everything does not necessarily proceed as we expect, like we expect. Everything does not necessarily proceed as we expect. Everything does not necessarily go ahead as we expect. There is something wrong with this computer. There is something wrong with the machine because it is emitting strange sound. Maybe due to frequent usage of it. And it's already 10 years old. That's why it's emitting something strange sound. Is there something wrong? Would you like something cold to drink? Would you something cold or hot to drink? Would you like something cold 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 to drink? Would you like something hot to drink? Hot to drink, please. Whenever I am absent from school, something big event tends to happen. Whenever I am absent from school, something big event is likely to happen. Whenever I was absent from school, something big occasion tended to happen. Whenever I was absent from school, something big event were inclined to happen, occur, come about, arise. Whenever I was absent from school, something occasion were up to happen, occur. You must be holding something down. You must be holding something back. You must be holding something back because your expression is not natural. And you are not what you used to be. You are not like what you used to be. You must be hiding something. You must be holding something back. You must be holding back something. You must be holding something back. Would you like something cold to drink? Would you like something hot to drink? We need something. Cut the paper. We need something enough to be able to attract customers. We need something. We need something. Something. We need something effective to attract customers. We need something. We need something. We need something effective enough to attract customers. Does anything wrong? Is anything wrong in me? Is anything wrong in me? Because you are laughing at me. Is anything wrong with me? Is anything wrong with me? Is anything wrong with me? Because you are laughing at me. Oh, I noticed it. I've noticed it. I've worn my growth inside out. I've worn my growth inside out. I've worn my growth inside out. That's why. I've worn my growth inside out. Have you worn your growth inside out when you were in a hurry? When you were in a hurry, have you worn your growth inside out in a hurry? When you were in a hurry. Have you worn your growth inside out in a hurry? Is there anything to kill the time? Is there anything to kill the time around the station? Is there anything to kill the time for about 30 minutes around the station? Is there anything to kill the time while waiting for the event starting in 1 hour? Is there anything to spend time with for about 1 hour around the station? Is there anything to spend with around the station? Is there anything to spend time with around the station? Around the station. Did you eat anything today? Did you eat anything for breakfast? 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 No, I didn't eat anything for breakfast. No, I didn't eat anything for breakfast. No, I didn't eat anything for breakfast, so I am so hungry. So let's go for dinner. I will eat twice as much as you. I will eat twice the volume of what you eat. No, I didn't eat anything for breakfast. I don't know anything about flowers. No, I don't know anything about economy. No, I don't know anything about finances. No, I don't know anything about cards. No, I don't know anything about insurance. I couldn't hear anything while I was taking a shower. Although my friend visited me, I couldn't hear anything, including the doorbell. About 80% of the students couldn't understand anything about the lecture. Mostly 80% of the audiences couldn't make heads or tails of anything. The person says tasty to anything that he eats. Anything will be fine as long as it is under 1000 yen. Anything will be fine as long as it is a single room. Because sleeping with other people in a dormitory room will be the last thing for me to do. Sleeping with other people in a dormitory room will be the last thing that I do. Sleeping with other people in the dormitory room is the last thing that I will do. Anything with fresh condition, anything with good condition, anything new, anything under 1000 yen. Some people eat anything. Some people eat anything and never leave food served by the chef. Some people eat anything and never leave food on the plate. Some people eat anything, everything, and never leave food on the plate. To show respect to the chef, cook, staff, and so on. Anything cold to drink is okay. Anything is okay. Anything cold to drink is okay. Anything energy drink is okay. Some people eat anything and never leave food on the plate. Some people eat anything and never dislike food. Some people eat anything and never leave food on the plate. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean with high quality. Anything expensive does not mean it is high quality. anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is a high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is expensive. It is high quality. Anything cheap does not necessarily mean it is low quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is expensive. Anything expensive does not necessarily mean it is high quality. And anything beyond use-by date is to be disposed of. Anything beyond the use-by date is to be let go of. Anything beyond the use-by date is supposed to be thrown away. Anything beyond the use-by date is to be thrown away. Anything beyond the use-by date is to be disposed of. Anything beyond the use-by date is to be thrown away. Nothing is as important as our health. Nothing is more important than our health. Our health is more important than any other thing. Our health is more important than anything. Nothing is as high as Mount Fuji in Japan. Nothing is as high as Mount Fuji in Japan. Nothing is as high as Tokyo Sky 3 Tower among towers in Japan. Nothing is larger than Lake Biwa among all the lakes in Japan. Nothing is as large as Lake Biwa in Japan. Among all the lakes in Japan. Nothing is as large as Lake Biwa among all the lakes in Japan. Nothing is as large as Lake Biwa in all of the lakes in Japan. Nothing is as long as Shinano River in all of the rivers in Japan. Nothing is as long as Shinano River in all of the rivers in Japan. Nothing is longer than Shinano River in all rivers in Japan. Nothing is more prioritized than our health. Nothing should be prioritized beyond our health. Nothing should be given priority to more than our health. Nothing should be given precedence to beyond our health. Nothing should not be taken precedence to beyond our health. Nothing should not be given priority to more than our health. Nothing should be given priority to more than our health. Nothing should not be given priority to more than our health. Nothing should not be given precedence to more than our health. Nothing should not be given precedence to more than our health. I have nothing. I have nothing except for you. I have nothing except for study. I have nothing except for strong spirit. Nothing will be alleviated. Nothing alleviated me after I went into the depression. Only time helped my mental problem. After departing, after breaking up with her. Nothing could alleviate my depression. Nothing could alleviate my depression except for time passing. It is anything but cold today. It is anything but cold today. It is anything but cold today. It is anything but hot today. Your performance was anything but bad. It was anything but bad. You making a mistake during the concert is definitely anything but bad. More importantly, performing in front of the people as challenge is more important. I really appreciate you. I really praise you for that. Confining yourself to the room is more troublesome. It is anything but late. Everything will be anything but perfect. Everything will be far from perfect. Everything will be anything but perfect. Everything will be far from perfect. It is anything but enough. What I have eaten is anything but enough, but I will be patient for diet. The calories I've got from the food is anything but enough, but I will be patient in order to lose my weight, so as to lose my weight, in an attempt to lose my weight, in a bid to lose my weight. He is anything but genius. I am not. I am anything but a genius. I am anything but a genius. I am not anything. I am anything but a genius. 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 Sand is anything but strong enough to build a bridge. The sand is anything but strong enough to build a bridge. Sand is anything but strong enough to build a bridge. Soil is anything but strong enough to be able to build a bridge. Sand or soil are anything but strong to build a bridge. One week study is anything but enough to pass examination. 3-day study, only 3-day study is anything but enough to pass the examination. Only 3-day study is anything but enough in order to pass the entrance examination. I am none other than a human in a huge university. I am nothing but a piece of object in the huge universe. I am nothing but a piece of objects in the huge universe. I am nothing but a human on the earth. I am nothing but a human on the earth. Money is nothing but a tool to trade things. Money is none other than the tool to trade things. Stuffs. Money is nothing but the tool to trade things. Money is nothing but the tool to trade things. Our health is more important. Yes. Money is none other than a tool to trade things. Money is none other than tool to trade things. Money is nothing but a tool to trade things. Money is nothing but a tool to trade things. Money is nothing but a tool to trade things. Money is nothing but a tool to trade things. The Earth is nothing but such a small object in the huge universe. The Earth is none other than such a small object in the huge universe, in a universal scale. Even the Earth is nothing but a small object in the huge universe. Even the Jupiter is none other than such a small object in the huge universe. Even Jupiter is nothing but a small object in the huge universe. Even the Jupiter is none other than such a small object in the huge universe, gigantic universe. Passing the entrance examination was nothing but a piece of cake for her. Passing the entrance examination was nothing but a piece of cake for her. Running 100 meters within 10 seconds was nothing but a piece of cake for him. 10,000 yen is nothing but such a small amount for him. 10,000 yen is none other than such small amount for him. And 3 pieces of Three pieces in my repertoire are nothing but 1/100th in my repertoire. The prosecutors predict the incident must be nothing but the tip of the iceberg. The prosecutors predict the criminal must be nothing but the tip of the iceberg. The prosecutors predict the criminal must be nothing but a tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. I am nothing but a human. I am nothing but a human. I am none other than a human. I am nothing but a human. I am nothing but a human. The injury on my skin is nothing but a decoration on it. For me. Do you think our life is nothing but killing time? Or do you think our life is nothing but killing time? Do you suppose our life is nothing but killing time? I regret doing nothing but play video games when I was a kid. I regret doing nothing but play video games. I used to do nothing but play video games. I used to do nothing but play video games. I used to do nothing but play video games. I regret doing 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 nothing but play video games. Some students must be doing nothing but think about what they eat for lunch during the class. Some students do nothing but sleep during the class. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at the school cafe. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at the school cafe, which was not healthy for me from the healthy perspective. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses, low salaries, and so on. And some people do nothing but eat only meat, escaping eating vegetables. Some people do nothing but eat only meat, escaping eating vegetables, which would affect their health later. And some people do nothing but eat only meat. 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 I hate myself and doing nothing but make the same mistakes over and over again, time and time again, over and again, time and again. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes over and over again. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I do nothing but make the same mistakes. I often do nothing but make the same mistakes. I do nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I do nothing but make the same mistakes. I often do nothing but make the same mistakes. I often do nothing but make the same mistakes. I often do nothing but make the same mistakes. I 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 hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I hate myself doing nothing but make the same mistakes. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at the school cafe. I do nothing but make the same mistakes. I do nothing but make the same mistakes. I often do nothing but make the same mistakes. I 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 do nothing but make the same mistakes. The prosecutors predict the person has something to do with the incident. The police officers predict that the man has something to do with the criminal. The prosecutors doubt if the person has something to do with the incident. The prosecutors are doubting if the person has something to do with the incident. The prosecutors are doubting if the person has something to do with the incident. The prosecutors are doubting if the person has a little to do with the incident. I'm sure you have something to do with the project. All those who have something to do with the event were asked to gather information, to inform information. All those who have something to do with the event were ordered to give them the information. I have nothing to do with the event. I have nothing to do with the event. I have nothing to do with the occasion. The prosecutors doubt if the person has something to do with the criminal, a crime. The prosecutors doubt if the person has something to do with the crime. It is said that our mental health has something to do with our physical health. It is said that our mental health has something to do with our physical health. They say that our physical health is has something to do with our mental health. So if your physical health is bad, your mental health will be also bad. It is said that our mental health has something to do with our physical health. Do you think the amount of salary has something to do with the amount of our happiness? Do you think the amount of salary has nothing to do with the amount of our happiness? You have nothing to do with the event. You have nothing to do with this problem. Don't intervene in me. Don't intervene in us. You have nothing to do with this event, occasion, problem. You have nothing to do with this problem. Don't intervene in us. I usually have nothing in common with others. I usually have nothing in common with others. I usually have nothing in common. I usually have nothing in common with others. 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 Do you have something in common with your brother? Do you have something in common with your brother? Is there a way to go with girlfriend or boyfriend having nothing in common with each other? Is there a way to go with boyfriend or girlfriend with uh, having no having nothing in common with each other? Is there a way to go with boyfriend or girlfriend having nothing in common with each other? I have little in common. I have few in common. I have few in common with them. I usually have few in common with others. I usually have few. I usually have few in common with others. Do you have something in common with your friends? I usually have nothing in common with others. I usually have nothing in common with others. I have something in common with the author of the book. That's why I bought the book. I have something in common with the author of the book. I have something in common. 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 I have something in common with the author of the book. I have something in common with the book, with the author of the book. I realized that I have something in common with the genius and some other famous figures from the past, which made me praise, which made me surprised and glad, made me feel possibility to become as great as them. I realized that there are something in common between me and famous figures. I realized that I have something in common with famous figures from the past. I realized that I have something in common with the famous figures from the past. I realized that I have something in common with famous figures from the past. I realized that I have something in common with famous figures from the past. I realized that I have something in common with the famous figures from the past. I realized that I have something in common with the famous figures from the past. Would you like another cup of coffee? Would you like another cup of coffee? Would you like another glass of beer? I feel like eating another. Can we visit another? Can we visit another? I still feel like visiting another. I still feel like visiting another. I still feel like visiting another. Could you give me another hint? I will buy another just in case. I will buy another just in case. Let me ask another. Let me ask another. The directions. I will ask another. I will ask another. I will ask another the directions to the destination. Another. Please invite another. Please invite another. I will ask another passenger. Another passers-by the directions to the destination. He or she might know it. I will ask another passers-by. I will ask another passers-by. Let me ask another passers-by the directions to the destination. Let me ask another passers-by. Let me ask another passers-by about the directions to the destination. I feel like eating another set of menu after finishing eating it. I feel like eating another set of menu after eating it. There are two options you can pick out. One is to stay at home, and the other is to go to the restaurant with me. There are two options you can pick out. One is to have dinner at home, and the other is to eat out. There are two options you can pick out. One is to go to Okinawa, the other is to go to Hokkaido. There are two types of people out there. Ones are those who can study at home as long as 8 hours, and the others cannot. There are two types of people out there. Ones are those who can study at home, and the others are those who cannot. There are 250 students in the university. 125 of them are men, and the others are women. There are 250 students in the high school. 125 of them are women, and the others are men. Anyone will get angry if they are treated like that. Anyone will get angry if they are treated like that. Anyone will get angry if they are treated like that. Everyone will get angry if they are treated like that. Treated like that. Anyone will get angry if they are treated like that. Anyone living in those days could not have imagined that we would be using smartphones right now. Anyone living in those era about 300 years ago could not have imagined that we are using smartphone now. Anyone living in those days about 300 years ago could not have imagined that we would be using a smartphone now. Anyone under the age of 20 are not allowed to drink alcoholic beverages nor smoke a cigarette in Japan as of now. Anyone over the age of 20 are eligible for drinking alcoholic beverages and smoke a cigarette. As far as I know, anyone over the age of 18 has a right to vote, with some exceptions. I regret doing nothing but playing video games. I regret doing nothing but play video games. I really regret doing nothing but play video games. I really regret doing nothing but play video games when I was a kid. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at a school cafe. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at the school cafe, which was bad for my health. I used to do nothing but eat the same menu at the school cafe. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some employees do nothing but complain about their bosses. Some students or employees do nothing but sleep during the duty. Some students do nothing but sleep during the class. Some employees do nothing but sleep during the duty. I used to do nothing but think about which video games I should buy next. I used to do nothing but think about video games in my brain. I used to do nothing but think about video games. I used to do nothing but think about video games. I used to do nothing but think about video games. Please make yourself at home. This phrase is the one I learned when I was a junior high school student. Please make yourself at home. Please make yourself at home. Don't hesitate to step in. Don't hesitate to help yourself to whatever you want on the table. Help yourself to whatever you want on the table. Please make yourself at home. And please make yourself at home and help yourself to whatever you want on the table. Don't ask me a reason. Just I wanna be alone. Let me alone. Leave me alone for a reason. Don't ask me a reason. Just leave me alone. I'd like to be alone for a reason. For a period of time. For a period of time. Let me focus on my duty. Removing distractions such as smartphone, TV, and so on is the key to focusing on what we have to do. We are usually distracted by many things, especially smartphone. So letting go of them from the environment where you have to focus on is the key strategy. Oh, it's raining. Do you have an umbrella? Yes. Let's share mine with you. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it has started to rain. Oh, it has started to rain. Do you have an umbrella? Yes, I have one. Oh, the center light is getting dim. I have to replace the batteries with new ones. I have to replace the batteries with new ones. I have to replace the batteries with new ones. Replace the batteries with new ones. There are two pieces of candy in the box. One is with strawberry taste, and the other is lemon taste. There are two pieces of candy in the box. One is strawberry taste, and the other is lemon taste. There are 360 students in total in the high school. 175 of them are women, and the others are men. Don't make bad use of your skill or knowledge. Don't make bad use of your knowledge or skill. Make use of your skill or knowledge for the society. I'd like to make use of about 5 hours in the city. Where do you recommend that I go? I'd like to make use of about 5 hours in the center of the city. Where do you recommend that I should go? I'd like to take advantage of my opportunity to go to the area. I'd like to take advantage of the opportunity to go there. I'd like to make use of the opportunity to stay there. I'd like to make efficient use of my opportunity to stay in the city. Where do you recommend that I should go? Where do you recommend that I should go? Where do you recommend that I should go? We ought to make peaceful use of the kitchen so that fire won't occur. In order that the fire won't occur, arouse, come about. Make peaceful use of everything. Make peaceful use of everything. Peaceful use of everything. Make 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 use of everything peacefully. Make peaceful use of everything. 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 Do you suppose it rude to eat noodles with sound? Do you suppose it rude to eat noodles loud? What tools do you think will be handy when I climb the mountain? Which tools or instruments do you think will be handy when I climb the mountain? Which tools do you think will be handy when I climb the mountain? Which tools do you think will be handy when I climb the mountain? Which skills do you think should I get? Which qualifications, skills, knowledge do you think I should get before graduation in order to work for the company? Smartphone is very handy. Public transportations are so handy. Public transportations are so handy. Public transportations are so handy. Handy. We are surrounded by handy goods. We are surrounded by handy goods. It might be too handy. Maybe we should put ourselves in more inconvenient situation to grow up. Maybe we'll find something more important in it. We're surrounded by very handy goods. We can have access to many handy goods in the stores. We can have access to many handy goods out there, even in 100 yen shop. Handy. Handy. Smartphone is really handy. It is kind of a portable PC, portable personal computer. Smartphone is very handy to bring with. It's a kind of portable PC. We can have access to the internet wherever I am, except with some exceptions. A smartphone is very handy to bring with. I can have access to the internet wherever I am, whenever I want, with some exceptions. Handy. Smartphones come in handy. Flashlight comes in handy. Comes in handy. Comes in handy. And since both you and I are exhausted, maybe we should have the routine tomorrow. And since both you and me are tired, exhausted now, maybe we should have the chores early in the morning tomorrow. This problem has nothing to do with you. Please do not intervene us. This is the problem between us. Do you think the global warming has something to do with human activities? Do you think the global warming has something to do with human activities? Do you suppose global warming has something to do with the human activities? Do you suppose the weather variation has nothing to do with the human activity? Do you suppose weather variation has much to do with human activity? Do you suppose global warming has something to do with human activity? Do you predict weather variation has a lot to do with human activities? Do you suppose global warming has a lot to do with human activities? Do you suppose weather variation has much to do with human activities? Do you suppose weather variation, climate change, have a lot to do with human activities? Do you suppose what we eat has much to do with our health? Do you suppose what we eat has much to do with our health? Do you presume that our mental health has much to do with our physical health? Do you assume the the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the number of books we read have much to do with the amount of money we earn? Do you assume that the global warming has a lot to do with human activity? I think the personality we have has a lot to do with how long we can study in a day. The price set for the product has much to do with the demands. The high price of the product has much to do with the strong demand from the customers. The high price for the product has much to do with high demand from customers. Don't forget to turn off all of the switches. Don't forget to turn off the air conditioner before you fall asleep. Don't forget to either turn off or set the timer for the air conditioner before you fall asleep. Don't forget to either turn it off or set the timer before you fall asleep. Don't forget to turn the air conditioner off or set the timer before you fall asleep. I usually send an email to the accommodation in order to reconfirm my reservation. How many times do you confirm if the numbers are correct? How many times do you confirm to make sure the calculation is right? How many times do you confirm the calculation in order to be sure of the calculation? How many times do you confirm your calculation to make sure it? To be sure it. To be sure it. How soon do you usually make a reservation for hotel and flight ticket? 3 months before? 2 months before? How soon do you usually make a reservation for your accommodation and flight ticket? We should rehearse in advance. We should make sure of the directions from our house to the higher grounds, just in case, in advance. We ought to have the rehearsal and the training before natural disaster happens in advance. We ought to have the training and evacuation process in advance to make sure the direction from our house to the higher grounds and so on. We ought to have the training and evacuation training in advance before natural disaster such as tsunami happens, occurs, comes about, arouses. Although it was before check-in time, I was allowed to go inside. Besides that, I was served with hot coffee and some snacks. Although it was 1 hour before check-in time, I was allowed to enter. Although it was 1 hour before check-in time, I was let in. Be sure to turn off all of the switches. Be sure to turn off the air conditioner or set the timer before you fall asleep. Be sure to finish all of the textbooks before you take the examination. Be sure to finish all of the textbooks before you take the examination. Excuse me, when was the check-in time? I forgot. And by what time should I check in? By what time should I check in? By what time ought I to check in? By what time ought I to check in? The time is written. The time you have to check in by is written on the paper. The time you have to check in by is written on the paper, so please refer to it. I've already checked in and dropped my luggage at the counter, so now that I'm free of my luggage, I can move easily. I've already checked in and dropped my luggage at the counter of the airline, so I'm free of luggage now. I've already checked in and dropped my luggage at the counter of the airline. First, you have to check in by the deadline. Please try to arrive at the international airport 2 hours prior to the departure time. 2 hours prior to the departure time. Because of the time schedule of the bus, we will arrive at the international airport 3 hours before prior to the departure time. We will have enough time to cheer the departure time, so we will have to kill time. Because of the time schedule of the bus, the nearest time to the best one to have the access to the airport is this: that we will arrive at the airport 3 hours prior to the departure time. This is the nearest one. Because of the time schedule of the bus, we have to take the earlier bus, arriving at international airport 3 hours before the departure time. This is the best one and nearest one. Many seals attached to the luggage means the person traveled a lot. Many seals attached to the luggage means the person traveled a lot. Many seals attached to the baggage means the person traveled a lot. I usually don't write my name on the tag for privacy reason. I never write my name on the tag for privacy reason. What I was surprised at was I had to attach the claim tag on my luggage by myself by scanning the barcode from my phone. The seal came out of the machine. What I was surprised at was I had to scan the barcode from my PC and get the claim tag from the machine and attaching it to my luggage by myself. Have you attached the claim tag to your luggage yourself? I will have that attached to my luggage at the counter. Tag. Let's play 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 tag. The ceiling fan is giving way. The ceiling fan is giving way. I have to fix it correctly. Firmly, solidly. I have to fix it firmly, solidly. All of you must have experienced your teeth coming off in the process of growth when you were a kid. All of you must have experienced in your teeth coming off in the process of growth, in the course of your growth when you were kids. All of you must have experienced in the teeth coming off in the course of your growth. All of you must have experienced in your teeth coming off in the course of your growth when you were kids. And all of you must have experienced in your teeth coming off in the process of the growth when you were kids. I packed the cardboard box with a packing tape so that the ingredients will not come off. I attached the packing tape on the cardboard box solidly, firmly, so that it won't come off. In order that it will not come off, I attached the packing tape on the cardboard box for fear that it should come off, lest it should come off. in case it should come off, in case it should come off, in case that it should come off, in case it should come off. The security bar of the roller coaster is coming off, which was the scariest moment for me. The branch came off the tree. The leaves are coming off the trees. The leaves are coming off the leaves. The leaves are coming off the branches. I saw the leaves coming off the branches. I saw many 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 leaves coming off the branches. I attached packing tape on the cardboard box solidly, firmly, in order that it won't come off. It will not come off. I attached the packing tape on the cardboard box firmly, solidly, in order that it will not come off. It will not come off. On average, how much do you eat a day? On average, how often do you exercise in a week? On average, how often do you exercise in a week? On average, how much do you earn yearly? On average, how much do you earn monthly? On average, how often do you work out in a week? On average, how often do you go to see the doctor in a year? On average, how much do you eat? On average, how much bonus do you get? Excuse me, if I send this package with express, how soon will it arrive at the destination? Excuse me, if I send this package with express, how soon will it arrive at the destination? And how much is it? Excuse me, if I send this package with express, how soon will it arrive at the destination? Package, parcel, package, parcel, package, package, package. The shipping fee of package differs from the size by the size. The shipping fee for the parcel changes by the size and weight. As far as I know, the package weighing up to 25 kilograms can be shipped in post office. As far as I know, one package weighing up to 25 kilograms is the maximum weight to be allowed to be shipped in the post office. As far as I know, the package weighing up to 25 kilograms is the maximum size to be sent. Is it rude to ask a woman how much do they weigh? Is it rude to ask a woman how much they weigh? Considering my height, I should weigh more. Judging from my height, I should weigh more. Judging from my height, I should weigh more. I have to eat more. How much kilogram to 1 pound? How much is 1 pound steak? How big is 1 pound steak? How much is 1 pound steak? How big 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 is 1 pound steak? How many grams to 1 pound? How many grams to 1 pound? How many grams is 1 pound? How much gram is 1 pound? How much gram is 1 pound? How much gram is 1 pound? I seem to have weighed about 32,000 3,200 grams when I was born. I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams about approximately when I was born. I seem to have been approximately 3,200 grams when I was born. I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams when I was born. How much does it weigh? I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams when I was born. I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams per when I was born. I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams when I was born. I seem to have weighed 3,200 grams when I was born. How much does the package weigh? How much does the package weigh? I'm looking for a tool to weigh my luggage. I'm searching for a tool, especially a cheaper one, to measure how much weight my shipment has. I'm searching for an instrument to know how weight my shipment is when I send it before going to post office to be sure of the weight. I'd like to know how much the shipment weighs. I'm searching for an instrument with which I can know how much the shipment weighs. I'm searching for an instrument with reasonable prices with which I can know how much the shipment weighs before going to post office. Is the material of the seat plastic or real leather? Is the material of the seat compound leather or real leather or plastic? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather or compound leather? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Now that I am free of luggage, I can move easily. Now that I am free from luggage, I can move easily. We can be free of luggage from the airport because there is a service with which where you can drop your luggage there from the airport, and they will send the luggage to the hotel directly. Plastic. Which chemicals are included in the medicine? Which chemicals are included in the medicine ointment? Is steroid included in the chemicals? Is steroid included in the chemicals? Is steroid included in the chemicals? Plastic. Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Is the material of the seat plastic or leather? Plastic bag. Now that plastic bag is for a fee. I bring mine to the shop, but I often forget to bring my plastic bag and end up buying a new one. Now that plastic bags are for a fee, not free, so I bring mine to the shop, but I often forget to bring mine, end up buying a new one for 3 yen or 4 yen or 5 yen, depending on the size. Plastic bag. Plastic bag. Plastic bag is very convenient, but throwing them away on the street is very bad. Don't litter. Don't litter. Littering in this facility is the maximum fine of $500. Plastic bag. Plastic bag is often used for shopping, to carry merchandise bought by the shopper. Plastic bag is often used by the shoppers. Plastic bag is very convenient, handy, and used by many shoppers to bring what they have bought. His room was free of anything except for desk and book. His room was free of anything except for table and bookshelves and bed. His room was free from anything except for bed, table, and books. His room was free of anything except for a bed, a table, and books. His room was free of anything except for a bed, a table, and books. His room was free from anything except for a bed, a table, and books. I usually make a reservation of a single room at an accommodation to be free of noise. To be free from noise. I usually make a reservation of a single room free of noise. Free from noise. I usually make a reservation of a single room which is free from noise. I usually make a reservation of a single room free of noise, free from noise. My sensor light is getting dim. I have to replace the batteries with new ones. Are you prepared for emergency or natural disasters? Have you got emergency tools such as flashlight, preserved food, and so on? Have you got emergency tools such as flashlight, preserved food, mobile batteries, and so on? Have you got emergency tools? Have you got emergency tools such as flashlight, mobile batteries, mobile batteries, mobile batteries, and so on? The outside is getting dim. It's time I took in the laundry. It's getting dim. It's time I took in the laundry in my house. It's getting dim outside. It's high time I took in the laundry. I let in the laundry. The brightness of the sensor light gets dim with time, so I have to replace the batteries with new ones every few months, every other week, every second week, every 2 weeks, every other month, every second month, every 2 months, every other year, every second year, every 2 years. Dim. It is dim due to the clouds surrounding the sky. It looks so dim due to the dark clouds surrounding the sky. It's super dim due to the dark clouds surrounding the sky, covering the sky. It's dim due to the dark clouds covering the sky, Dim, 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 dim. It's getting dim. It's getting dim. 5 o'clock is already dim recently towards winter because the daytime is getting shorter. 5 o'clock is already dim. 5 o'clock 30 is already dim recently. 5 o'clock 30 p.m. is already dim recently. 5 o'clock 30 p.m. is already dim outside. 5 o'clock 30 p.m. is already dim. 5 o'clock 30 p.m. is already dim outside. Toward the winter, the daytime is getting shorter. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you!